Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, short and sweet, Star Trek Lower Decks Season 2, Episode 3, Will Always Have Tom Paris. Sounds like they might be making a play on something romantic. Will always have Paris. So maybe that's the writer's bent and attack. Or we get a Tom Paris cameo, which I think Voyager should be back by now. Editor's note, I have seen about half of The Next Generation, very little of Deep Space Nine, and hardly any of Voyager. So with Tom Paris, I know the following. He's a Starfleet officer and got in trouble at the Academy, I think with or around Wesley Crusher. Eventually ends up flying Voyager. Thus ends my knowledge of Tom Paris. So whatever the writers have in store, hopefully I pick up a few things, but the meat of the story, I'm ready for Season 2 to start as we've kind of been picking up the pieces from Season 1. But my friends, that was then, this is now, and now it is time for Star Trek Lower Decks Season 2, Episode 3, Will Always Have Tom Paris. My friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications for any time we go live here on YouTube with any Star Trek or science fiction related material. And if you'd like to get that material early, please join us over on Patreon, link in the description. But my friends, there's only one thing left to do. Engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go. Ah, the Cerritos. It's very early where I am.
We tighten security protocols. If you run into any problems, just flag it for Billups.
User not recognized.
It's Ensign Boimler, come on.
User not recognized.
Uh-oh.
Can you, hurry it up?
Jennifer. Is that Jennifer?
Ketchup, spicy kiwi.
What?
Aaron, are you seeing this?
What?
But how? He died in an explosion, saving my life.
What?
I mean, I don't have all my memories, but I know for sure he saved me.
Shax is back? Okay, so we're at the credits rolling through here, friends. Okay. All right, I'm with it. I hope that we get some type of explanation as to how Shax is back from the dead, because we saw as the audience him go out. Oh my gosh, I'm tired, but the only thing I'm waking up this early for is Lower Decks. The only thing. This show's so good. Oh my God, I think about it all the time. It's ridiculous. All the time I think about this show. Ah, Cerritos. Tough little ship. Is this a Tendi episode, I wonder?
This is a personal mission. Do it fast. Keep it private.
You got it.
Uh-oh.
I just say I am so honored to
Go! Now, go!
Dr. Tana's having a go of it.
Guess who I get to meet today? The creator of Fairhaven, Captain Proton himself, Lieutenant Tom Paris.
You have a Voyager plate?
I collect all sorts of plates, and I love Voy.
Love boy.
It doesn't bug you that he's back from the dead?
Bridge crew always come back.
Fine, but how?
They don't really.
It's probably just a transporter pattern buffer thing.
Yeah, or a restored Katra, or a mirror universe switcheroo, or the Borg rebuilt him.
Or he could be a future son from an alternate timeline, or maybe he got Genesis device, or a time ribbon.
Or he was trapped in the Nexus.
Nexus, time ribbon, it's same thing.
I got all those.
I'm an engineer. Solving impossible problems is what I do. I can't let it go.
No, you can't. Hey, please, Rutherford, do not let it go.
Mariner, hey! Dr. Ta'ana just gave me a super cool mission and I could take someone along. You want to come with?
Wait, me? Not Rutherford?
Yeah, because you know what I realized? You and me have never done a mission together.
Oh no,
Must have.
you have not.
Mariner and Tendi on a girls' trip.
Girls trip?
Let me through!
What up, Boimler? Need help with that?
Hey, Jet.
I could carry you across the threshold like a bride.
Thanks, Jet. Yeah, because this is the right way to go about this. Act like you're infiltrating the ship. Quaylor 2.
You always get paired with Boimler and I'm always with Rutherford. We should switch it up more often.
Yes, they should.
It'll be fine. It's like old, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Oh, and there goes the problem. Quarks! Quarks!
They had an actual chorus of disgraced Klingons lamenting on stage.
Lamenting.
I'll go poke around back there and see what I can find.
I like this guy.
Whoa, what? Stop. You're into Klingon acid punk?
Klingon acid punk.
All right.
What? That is decidedly coffin shape.
Oh, let's open it up and take a look.
We really shouldn't.
No. Reminds me of Firefly. Open it up and there's a body inside.
I wonder why she's so wound up about this.
Oh no.
It's a scratching post.
Not a statue. It's a Cation libido post.
Libido?
Hey, Danny, my name is Jeremy. I'm an important cultural sex toy from the past. Please
Cultural sex toy.
put it back, put it back.
Oh, just angle it towards the
Oh, they're gonna break it. Yep. That was like genuine fear from Tendy.
I accidentally ran over Worf's mekla back on Deep Space Nine, and I had it fixed before he even knew it was gone.
What?
Deep Space Nine.
I served there, back before I was on the keto. You know that.
No, I thought that the Cerritos was your first ship.
I knew she was on her ships. I didn't know about the S9 though.
Girls trip.
Girls trip.
Huh. There's a little bit of a tension here. What is going on?
Rutherford?
What is going on?
Didn't you die? How the heck did you come back to life?
Lieutenant Junior Grade Cody, that is out of line. Report to your supervisor for immediate reassignment.
So what did you want, Rutherford?
to ask?
Yeah. What is going on? Starbase Earhart.
50? Where are we supposed to find that much latinum?
You've got a deal.
What are you doing? We can't afford that.
50 strips of latinum. Wow.
Oh, and Orion, she will use her pheromones to cheat us.
No, she won't. Oh, that is such a messed up thing to say.
Use your pheromones.
Can't believe you'd even say that.
Just checking. No. You got this. Take a shot.
This is like they're figuring out that they're not that compatible. It's weird.
Cheaters don't deserve Nausicaan Latinum.
What? Oh my god, he's just getting up there. Tom Paris.
Mind if I give her a whirl? I hear these Cali-class engines can purr.
Of course. Just don't send us to the Delta Quadrant.
Left your plate.
The plate is fine. Gotta keep moving.
The plate is fine. Amazing.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It was just a mistake.
I don't get to make mistakes like you do. It was.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of stigma around Orions. A lot of humans think we're all thieves and pirates. Wait. My cousin works in a thieves' den in a pirate outpost in this sector. He might be able to.
All right, undercover op.
Turning her Orion. Interesting. That was a good cut.
Order accident. Resistance is futile. Mirror. What was the deal with T'Pol's hair for that time? In the Nexus, it's always...
I am sure I will get... I got a lot of those, but... I like Orion Pirate Outpost. An OPO.
Honestly, this feels wrong. I mean, just please don't take any pictures of me.
It looks awesome.
Well, what if I don't sound like an Orion, though?
Just talk like a pirate.
Shiver me timbers.
That's Donnie up there. He does art forgeries.
And he's hot?
He does art forgeries.
Always dating bad boys, bad girls, bad gender non-binary babes, ruthless alien masterminds, bad binars.
Huh, I don't know if I've ever seen you date anyone. You usually seem to be with Boimler.
What? Ew! No! What? Ew, that is so...
What are they inferring?
Ew! He's like a pet! Yuck! What? Are you and Rutherford dating?
Not really.
Not really.
That's to look like it was never broken in order to rip someone off.
Anything for you, Mistress of the Winter Constellations.
Mistress of the Winter Constellations?
Davana, what is this? Is she an imposter?
Shut up and do your job.
Davana? Is that some other weird title you've got?
It's her first name.
Oh.
What, you don't even know my first name?
You don't have allergies? She's wearing false green.
She's wearing false green. Okay, so this is my favorite episode this season so far because we're getting a ton of shit.
False green!
False green! I have to make so many notes.
Soon we'll just be people who get our asses kicked together.
We'll get to know one another. Oh my
Hope you
god.
like climbing.
At this point, why are you even bringing the statue? It's so goofed up.
Come on, Brad. This is your home. You're right where you belong.
Then why am I gonna die in a Jeffries tube?
You're not.
Come on, Brad.
I am a little worried about the fumes in here, though. You know, since you're talking to a plate.
A lot going on in this episode. Oh my god. Drop it. Drop it.
Take it! Get out of here before it's too late!
No, 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 no. I love Tendi.
Deck 15.
Wait!
Does he remember saving Rutherford?
So death is the first thing that happens. And then, oh wait, you do know about the Black Mountain, right?
The what now?
The
You made it.
Tom Paris! Okay, he's on! Tom Paris, can I just say that I'm a really huge fan and I will wait for you?
Oh, they got pieces of it.
Every time I open up,
Yep.
people get promoted and take off.
She gets left behind.
I was hoping this trip would be a way for us to bond, but it's just been a big mess.
No, it's not.
I'm always so busy making everyone else happy that I never open up. Now you know more about me than Rutherford does.
What are you gonna tell the doc?
That I was curious and accidentally broke her post.
Nope.
I can say 2 things. You're a really good person.
Aw, thanks.
And do not do that.
Your plan sucks. New
Yeah, your plan sucks.
This is how we kick ass in the Delta Quadrant.
Whoa. Gonna go off the shields. Yep.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, you're not mad?
I don't care about that old post. What I needed was the box.
Is it a scratching post? Oh my god. That is amazing.
Did you get your bowl signed by Chakotay or whatever?
Chakotay.
There's like only a couple of people in the quadrant who can say they got beat up by Tom Paris.
Only a couple people.
Rutherford, did you ever find out how Shax came back?
Oh, no.
I don't know what the Black Mountain is, but
Ooh, this one's about a Klingon who eats his own hand.
Yeah, play it.
nice. All right, my friends. We just got finished watching Star Trek Lower Deck Season 2, Episode 3 will always have Tom Paris. And there is really only one thing left to do, and that is to talk about it. All right, my friends, just got done watching Star Trek Lower Deck Season 2, Episode 3 will always have Tom Paris. Really entertaining episode with the events that were going on inside. Anytime they do like a three-fer where instead of you have, strangely enough, Tendi and Rutherford in one group and Boimler and Mariner in another group, and there's, usually a plot there, and then a plot for like the ship as a whole. They gave us a lot of stuff going on, right? We have Brad with his reintegration back into the Cerritos. We have Rutherford trying to figure out what the hell happened to Shax and how he's back. And then, of course, the main story, which was Tendi and Beckett getting to know one another. Great stuff there. And then Tom Paris, which I think is so funny, is that the Tom Paris thing, even though it's, the title character, famous cameo, is like the C plot of this, where he's just, visiting the Cerritos to check out a California class, which I think is really, really great. Still a lieutenant, by the way, which I think, if I remember correctly, he had no rank at one point, because I remember him having no pips. So I guess lieutenant's a step up for him. And again, I'll find out about Tom later, but I'm pretty sure I remember him getting into trouble, and he was either stripped of rank or court-martialed or something of that nature. So only thing I remember is no pips. Whatever. But anywho, I think the rest of the stuff was really, really good. Super interesting things that were dropped as throwaway lines throughout there, that there was such a rapid delivery, especially with the Beckett and the Devana type of stuff that was going on, that, there was a couple things that I reacted to sort of in the moment, but I wanted to really listen and make sure I didn't miss like a follow-up by Beckett or a follow-up by Tendi. The one that caught my mind or caught my attention the most was when they were talking about, Beckett talking about how she had dated all these different people before. And Tendy saying, I've never seen you date anybody before. You're always with, Brad. Oh, Brad, he's like a pet, blah, blah, blah. That seemed, me doth think the Beckett protests too much, because while I've said this before, I don't think that romantically Mariner and Brad are a fit at all. I think it's one of those things where they have a very, very deep friendship. At least, I hate to say this about Brad, but at least on Beckett's side, I think Beckett really, really cares for Brad. I think that but I don't really see it being a romantic concern. Maybe I need more backstory as to why she would find Brad like a romantically accessible or available, because Brad certainly doesn't exude like, this type of sexuality that would just draw people to him. And I don't think that his personality is powerful enough. I hate to say this, because it's like Brad just seems like he is encased in like a phantom zone, friend zone type of thing, where that's just where he's going to be with Beckett. because Beckett has a specific type, or at least she wants us to think she has a specific type, and she rattled all that off to Tendi. But anyway, that's I mean, we'll put a pin in that for Beckett and Brad. Again, could I see Brad liking Beckett? Maybe. I just don't see Brad. Brad just seems like he's too focused and fixated on his career. But he has exhibited, romantic interest before. We've seen in a whole episode about that. But again, I'm just going to put a pin in that one because to me, that one wasn't the most interesting reveal during that quick rapid fire exchange between Tendi and Beckett. The one that I thought was very telling was when Tendi said something to the effect of, well, you and Brad seem like you're dating or whatever. And Beckett immediately kind of shot back during the exchange, well, what about you and Rutherford? Are you dating? And that little shot that went through there in the exchange was really quick. Tendi said, I don't know, not really. Not really. Not really. Well, what's that mean? Because not really means, something. It's not a no, it's not really. What that is an incredibly vague, non-specific way of saying something's happening, but I'm not sure how to define it. So, what it has something occurred between the two of them that we haven't seen. And by that I mean something that would lend a romantic aspect, because we've talked about it before, that before the mind wipe, or before he had the implant forcibly removed by Shax in the season finale, he had, oh, she's so cute, he told Badgie, and Rutherford was always trying to do stuff to be with Tendi. And, Tendi always seemed very, again, I wasn't sure if Tendi was just not recognizing Rutherford's overtures or she wasn't interested. But she never seemed to be, I mean, she loves Rutherford. They spend all their time together. And I'm very curious to know if something happened between Rutherford and Tendi, and did it happen before or after the forcible implant removal mind wipe? That is very telling. From a writing perspective, it would be great to have a flashback where that happened before the mind wipe, because then you have Tendi not only trying to rebuild a relationship or a friendship that she remembers, but also trying to like rekindle or rework or circuit a romantic relationship if that's where it was headed. And that is extremely interesting to me. So many possibilities exist with something like that, where Tendi's character is fascinating. Oh, I mean, come on, I always say this all the time. Tendi's character has so much more that we need to explore. We got a lot in this episode from Tendi, we got a lot of, just her backstory, her, the elements of her, very close family, her cousins and stuff are still involved in this kind of, illegal, typical Orion behavior. And, how she's kind of embarrassed by that. She's embarrassed by a lot of elements of her culture that is accepted, like kind of the domineering, the way that she treated her cousin, you'll do what I have to say. Oh, please don't tell anybody I did that type of stuff. I won't use my pheromones for evil type of thing. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that that's how Tendi believes. It's one of her, obviously a core belief of hers. I just don't know how much that drifts towards, she said it was very difficult for me being the first Orion. It was very difficult for me to get this assignment. I had to work twice as hard. I had to prove myself twice as much. And in a way, I'm starting to think that there is she is forcibly kind of pushing away elements of her culture to make herself more assimilatable or, to assimilate into Starfleet. And I find that whole experience is something, these writers are so good because they can, with this episode, we got so much from Tendi and this conflict, this could carry on for seasons. A little bit here, a little bit there, until a confrontation of culture and occupation or life choice, life path kind of come together at a head where she has to make a decision. And that is, just profoundly masterful writing. Let's give them a little bit now. We'll give them a little bit more in a couple episodes. We'll give them a little bit more in a season or two. This is and this is where I'm segueing to all of this. We got a lot of information in this episode, and it was very well done and very well constructed, as always, to get it through. But here's my point with this whole thing in summation. When you have writers that know that they have time, that they don't have 4 episodes to wrap up a story, that they don't have, or that, they've got a whole other arc that they can do. They have a season, or they've got 2 seasons that they're signed for, or they have the promise of future episodes based upon performance of what they are currently working on. When they have that comfort, and this isn't job security, which of course it is, but this is the security of being able to tell a story. This is narrative security. Okay, can we start this? If we start this and we want to slow burn it, are we going to get a chance to finish it? Yes. Yes, we are. Fantastic. That opens up, 9 other chapters in a 10-chapter book. It gives them the ability to really sprinkle things in and slow burn it, that is the absolute, for me, that is the recipe for an incredibly powerful tale. Whenever you can say, oh my God, they've been hinting at this since season 2, episode 3. They've been hinting at this since season 1, episode 4. Amazing stuff. Whenever you're given the ability to have that safety, like I said, that narrative security, great stuff. And you can see that if they are indeed setting these things up for, the slow burn us, we're in for a hell of a payoff. I'm sure all of you that have already watched it are probably like nodding. Yes, these writers are amazing. I just think it's really nice when powerful expert writing doesn't hit resistance. And resistance, I mean by production, where, and again, it's not always production's fault, but if someone says, hey, we only have a 5-episode treatment, you've got to make a story that can be told within those 5 episodes. If someone says, hey, we've got 20 episodes, oh shit, well, we can open up some stuff. And then if that 20 becomes 30 and 40, wow, And again, I think you're dealing with a group of writers that can sprinkle in elements that they can touch within the time frame that they know they have. We know we have 2 seasons, guys. Okay, well, we got 20 episodes. But they also are going to sprinkle in things that they can refer back to and not leave too dangly in future seasons if they're given them. Anywho, as always, masterclass stuff here by the writing group and the narrative team over on Lower Decks. And again, tip of the cap to Tawny Newsome, and I always forget Devon Attendee's voice actress, but great stuff. Really good, powerful moments between the two of them. That while they had comedic elements, there was a lot of profound dialogue going between the two. The realization that they didn't know one another as well as they thought. And all of that stuff is building upon a larger narrative where we firmly are entrenched. We are on the front lines with this Lower Decks crew right now. We know what their current struggles are, and we're learning their secret struggles. By that, I mean, like, Tendi, is she rebuilding a relationship with Rutherford that's more than friendship? Whew! Great shit, my friends. My friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, or ringy-ding-ding that bell for notifications for any time we go live here on YouTube with any of our Star Trek or science fiction related material. And if you would like to get that material early, I think I'm at least 2 or 3 episodes ahead over on Patreon. Visit our Patreon, link in the description. There you'll find them early, and you'll get our full-length watch-alongs and reactions. Growing community, growing library. We got a couple exclusives coming over there. So again, we would love to have you. But my friends, I think that's all from the bridge of the Cerritos right now. The bridge? No. I think that's all from the lower decks of the Cerritos right now, my friends. So until next time, do me a favor. Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.